Hey y'all, it's Jen for the Love of Iris. Welcome to a new series I'm calling Countdown to Christmas. This is going to be an unnumbered set of videos that are going to be Christmas projects all the way through December. And the first project that we are going to do is this one, and it is a nail polish container, or as my daughter calls it, Paenolish. And it will hold a Paenolish, and if you want to, it'll hold a nail file as well. So you can gift it that way, and it will hold them both. It is using the Presents and Pinecone DSP, the what's it called? The Christmas jar set. Hold on, let me get it. Jar of Cheer. The Jar of Cheer stamp set. I'm just going to get this. You'll love this because I think it's cute. And just some ribbon and stuff. But anyway, so let's get started. You will need a piece of 6.5 by 8-inch cardstock. I am using Emerald Envy. You will need a piece of a baby piece here. I don't remember how much this measures. 1 by 1.5. Nope, I lied. 1 by 1 3/4 of Whisper White. And then 1 1/8 by 1 7/8 of Emerald Envy to mat your sentiment. 3 pieces of designer series paper in your choice, 1 3/8 by 2 3/8, and again I'm using the Presents and Pine Cones, and then 1 little piece of 1 3/8 by 1 3/8. Okay, so take your piece of Emerald Envy, and on the 6.5-inch side, which is the short side, you're going to score at 2 and 4. I lied. 2.5. Don't listen to me. 2.5 and 4. 6.5-inch side, we're scoring at 2.5 and 4. All right, and then turn it around. On the 8-inch side, you're going to score at 2.5, 4, and 6.5. Okay, now this is where it's going to be a little bit confusing, but it's easy if you just pay attention. So let me zoom out so you can see this a little bit better. Okay, got the whole piece in there. What you want to do is line up your designer series, but your cardstock with the 1 on your right hand side. Okay, you want your small box to be at the top. See how you got a small box, middle of small box, big, small, big, small, big. You want the small box up top. Okay, line up it at the 1. And what you're going to do is you are going to remove just a sliver. You're going to cut from the bottom to your score line on this one here, okay? So you've cut this, okay, just to your score line. And then from this top, you're going to cut to the second score line, okay? On the 1-inch side, all right? So you've cut through the first one and down to the second one. And then you've cut from the bottom to the first score line. Does that make sense? All right? So basically you've cut down to 4 on this one, and then you've cut up. And then you're going to turn it around and do the exact same thing. So line it up to the 1, go down to the first score line, because we're upside down now. So we've got our first score line here and our first score line here. Okay? And then down here at the bottom, we're going to go to 2 score lines. So through the first one and to the second one. All right? To the first one and second one. So we've got 2 score lines, 1 score line. Everybody got it? I hope that's not too confusing, but that's the easiest way I know how to tell you to do it. Okay, now get your paper snips, and we are going to remove what we just cut. So cut away at your score line those pieces. Okay? And we're going to do some more cutting, but let's just do this first so I don't confuse anybody. Okay, so now you've got something that looks like a Frankenstein head. Okay, so let's go back to put our little square at the top so we're all on the same page. Little square at the top, Frankenstein bolts at the middle or towards the bottom. Okay, what you want to do is on the little square at the top, you want to get rid of these two squares next to it. So you just have the one little square at the top. You don't need to miter, you just need to remove. Everybody with me? Okay, so now it kind of looks like he's giving us the finger. Shh, don't say that out loud. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to cut in here on these score lines here. Okay, just to the middle. So on your Frankenstein bolts, cut into the middle score line. Okay, and on both sides. All right, let me make sure. I think that was a little short. It was. All right, so you have this long piece on either side. Okay, you've got these semi middle pieces, middle piece here, and then your baby square. Right? Everybody following me there? Okay. So what you want to do now is take your corner rounder and round the top of the baby square at the top, because this is going to become your top part right here. Okay, that's this. And these are going to be your sides. What's basically going to happen is you're going to fold up this box like this, and then these will be your side panels. See? So I know it kind of looks wonky now, but in order for it to hold a Paenolish, you need it to be rather sturdy. So that's why I didn't cut these away. I want these here on the side, right? So what I want to do now is take your adhesive, and I'm going to use Tombow because it gives me some room to wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Y'all like that M&M's commercial? Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I love that commercial. Okay, I'm sorry. Take your Tombow and put it on. You're going to end up putting it on all of these flaps, but for the first one, just put it on 2 of the shorter flaps. It doesn't matter which 2. Okay, and then bring up your other 2 flaps. Can you see what I'm doing? Got your adhesive, bring up your other 2 flaps and sandwich that into place. Everybody got it? And pinch and hold. And if you want to, you can take your foam folder. If I can find mine. Here it is. Here it is. And I didn't reinforce these score lines. You should have done that, but I was jabbering. So stick your bone folder in there just to give it a good squoosh. And then what you can do now is either adhesive here on these or here on the sides. Either way. I like to do it here on the side, but you can do it however you like. Just don't drop it and then let it stick to something. Like your cat or your kid or something. That would not be good. Okay, and then just fold up these flaps here and they become your sides. And then again, you can stick your bone folder in there to press it down real good and squish it in. And that's basically your box. That's all there is to it, really. Then take your little square piece of DSP and round the corners just on the top. Okay, little bit of adhesive. I probably should have done the other paper, the other pattern, since I've already done one like this, but too late now. Okay, and then these will fit on 3 sides. I did not decorate the back. If you want to decorate the back, you can. Let's see, let me give you the measurements in case you want to decorate the back. The back would be, let's see. The back would be 3 3/4 by 1 3/8. So 3 3/4 by 1 3/8 if you wanted to panel the back. Okay? And again, I'm just using Tombow because it's handy. It's a good hold. And it allows me to wiggle, 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 wiggle. I'm sorry. Okay, so there, that will fit your Paenolish of any size. This is the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel. I can't know what Paenolish y'all use, but they'll fit that and a Sally Hansen. Yeah, boy, I didn't know I liked Sally Hansen so big. A Sally Hansen file. And then take your Lulla piece of white, Whisper White, and you'll love this. You can use any sentiment you want, but this is what I use. And a block. And I use Cherry Cobbler because that's the color that's in the pattern paper. And ink up your stamp. And this will just fit. I probably could have made it a little bit wider, but when I made the first one, I was going to use a circle. And then I thought, I always use a circle. I need to do something different. So I had this little piece of scrap, Whisper White, sitting on my desk. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that'll fit anything. And it fit it perfectly. Look at there. Isn't that cute? I love things what are punny. And play on words are punny to me. Okay, clean that. Put this away. And then take this and a little bit of adhesive there. Put this on here. Put this on here. And I put this at the top so that I could wrap my ribbon around the bottom because I didn't want to cover up the word Yule, but I didn't have a problem covering up that little wispy thing if my ribbon or my bow got a little out of control, which they have a tendency to do. And I used Emerald Envy ribbon on the last one. I think this might be real red. This may not work. Let me see. Let me see if this will work. Come here. Oh no, I think it will work. Okay. Y'all know how bad I am at bows. Oughta should have done a faux bow, reckon? Oh well. We're gonna try it anyway. And just tie you a bow. Oh, look at there, Sassy. That's not, well, it's gonna have to do. It'd be alright. Okay, and then take your snips and cut. I made that way too long. That's okay. Alright, and there you have it. Whoa, I'm throwing stuff everywhere. Sweet little Paenolish container. I don't have another Paenolish pit in that one, but that's okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you try it out. And we will count down to Christmas together. Bye.